Hey, Svea and Mia, it's Daddy again. Calling. So yeah, I went to St. Paul today, and I got some things to the cathedral or the basilica, whichever one's in St. Paul. Sean, which one's in St. Paul? No, the basilica or the cathedral. Yeah, I always get those mixed up. It was the basilica where they had the naming of the 30 children, their baptized souls, or I don't know what they do. It was like that seventh ordinary day. Anyways, I got these there. This one. And then I got this one. I was looking for St. Francis to give to Sean, but he didn't have it. Oh, and then this one, I like this one where they're at the table. Probably the brothers of Abraham. You know, I listened to that at Barbara's house with Martin and Ramsey's. They used to like get this channeled information, probably from now. I got this one too. You know. Anyways, it has something on the back of it. It says Our Lady, Health of the Roman People. On Pope Francis, May 4, 2013. I'm not sure what that means. You know, I'm not Catholic like that. I mean, I do recognize all the people in our family. That's why I went there, and I thought, well, I got this too. Sean said there's one of his favorite songs in here. He's watching Futurama. I walked around the cathedral, and I kind of walked to where Chris and I, your aunt Chris and I, used to like sit outside there at nighttime and smoke cigarettes. Liking the dog. It's not good for you. I won't judge you if you do. Oh, here's another thing. I got some holy water there. I brought our holy water from Minneapolis over there and poured it on the ground. Share waters. So, I know it seems kind of strange. But I just, St. Paul is so different. But they were friendly people there. This one West Indian couple, or there was three of them there. Two older women and a man. They had jerk chicken and collard greens, which I love collard greens. They're one of my favorites, too. And lit this candle. Chrissy gave me this candle. Swedish candle. A long time ago, but it's special to me. I always used to burn it in Golden Valley. I'm sure she heard it. So, I'll read something else from Grandma's book. Oh, this one. It's called Hold Out a Light. Hold out a light. The way is dark. No ray to guide. Alice's husband was named Ray at one time. Sorry, Grandma did that all the time too. Yon struggling bark. Rough rocks are near. And wild waves roar. Hold out a light to show the shore. Hold out a light, your brother may win back to land with your small ray. Life's storm to face with strengthened faith to win the race. I won't say who wrote that. It's in this book. Leaves of Gold. Grandma's address is in there too. I won't show you what that is, but it's in there. She was always so particular about things that she wanted to say. I don't know. Maybe that was a different time. Probably. what I was thinking about, you guys, anyways, today. I said I was going to go to the Basilica, at the cathedral. I've been there too. And I think in the days to come, I'm going to go down to up to Uptown and go to the Diamond Way, the Buddhist center there. I knew a friend once who went there, and he always asked me if I wanted to go. He was a nice man. And I was just thinking, it'd be nice to go and sit and talk with him. I told you that he was Norwegian. I learned a lot. Oh, I've been thinking about, I just talked to Sean about, figuring out a way to have brothers here. I was thinking maybe, oh, I'm not going to tell you what, you're so young, you wouldn't, how would you know? Well, I'm sure you learn that stuff in school. They taught us in school about that kind of stuff. They should. It's important that you get education and that they're honest in education and that they, challenge you and provide opportunities for you to learn new things. I know I always was way ahead of the class. I was please, they would make me teacher's assistant, and even though I was not always probably did the best things in school, but I was a straight A student, or close enough, in high school. College, there were some classes that I was I'm not into this, I'm not gonna put an effort into it, or my teammates weren't putting effort, so I was just if you want to hand in bad work, I'm not going to take responsibility for it. I would tell them that. I'd be like, this is not acceptable. I'm not handing it in. And if you want to hand it in, take my name off of it. They would usually get the work done when I said that. It was like I was their teachers. Who knows? The University of Phoenix, they keep calling me, and I've asked them so many times to I already have the degrees I need. I don't even need, I don't even sometimes need the degree so much as, I could combine all those classes together, but, they are what they are, and, oh, here's a card for what I was thinking about today, or right now. I could pull one for you. Cute. Well, one of you. I'm not going to say it. I've gotten this card before. And it's got the symbols in either direction. So, I love you guys. One for me. Oh well. Well, sometimes, I just talked about my birthday, 7/11/1971. When I was in St. Paul, it just started to rain. Not that much, but it got really dark over the cathedral. It was just and I was dusting up on the edges like Grandma would have done. Hands are filthy. I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't care, but I bet you she would be like, what are you doing to the church? I'm just Grandma. She would be like, this one lady gave me directions. And St. Paul is so different. I know my way around there. But I ended up walking from the... sorry, let me show that. From the cathedral over to the state capitol. Walking around the memorials there. And then, She told me how to get straight, but I had to ask this guy how to, I was just like, he goes, well, you could go straight that way, or you could go that way, which was on the diagonal, and then there was stairs going down to the, and that's the way it went. That brother helped me. I don't know if Sean wants to come out and say anything to you. I mean, he's probably engaged in, like, future law. That's one of my favorites, too. I love it. A guy Fry comes to they bring him to the future. And he's just crazy. I'm not crazy, though. I'm kind of in my element, just like, I hope you guys are. I hope you're doing well and, thinking. I mean, I know both of you guys are going to be deep thinkers like me, and that's what you probably get from my side of the family is the intelligence and the the strength of character. That's the other thing. Is so important. Is that you can be weak and strong, and you will know, how much strength there is in being weak, and how much weakness sometimes there is in being strong. I'm not saying that you should be either way or the middle way. It's just, I think it's confusing when people think that you're so strong, and then you can show them weakness. And then they're confused, like, was that strength or was that weakness? Not that I would ever say whether it was strength or weakness, or make confusing statements about it. I had once said, I never do anything unintentionally. I don't know. I just got the ceiling fan. It feels good in here, I had asked them that they should have ceiling fans in all the rooms. The alarms go off here every time I cook. I mean, making beans or something. I know you're bored with this day-to-day stuff, but, I gotta do something. I gotta tell you something. I mean, I'm just gonna see you. I called Kelly again today. I'm gonna call her again and leave another message for her. I'm starting to think that she is afraid. That I'll say something to you like, hey, Svea and Mia, your father really loves you. And, these other women or these people that think that they have control have nothing. They're just shallow, hollow beings that are starved for direction. And I don't know. Not you two, sweeties. I know that you have direction in your life. Either way, that would be alright too. We can adapt. I was kind of thinking today when I was on the train about my heart extending outward, and I could see that kind of flames. It's not like they were hurtful flames, like blue or something. And then, and then at one time I felt like I was going like this, just in my mind, and it was music does that to me. One thing that they know how to get to me with is music. But I've learned to not hear the undertones in there. I'm sure it's subliminal. Something like that. If you ever have to deal with something like that, you can learn how to shut down or shield not like a shield, but not like a burqa or something. Not that they're bad, but you can shield your thinking from that. I don't, because I just am like, fine, I'll listen. I'll hear what they say. I don't think that's always helpful. It makes me feel some things like, oh, they're influenced, but, I'm going to decide what I decide anyways. I sometimes think that today I was thinking that we're talking about time and how existence on simultaneous threads, we could be all like, and if the future is reaching back to me, or I'm in the future, in the present, I'm also in the past. Not that the me now can go back there. Not in body. Spirit, or in thought. In reach and breath, maybe. I also thought about the body electric. That was something. I was sitting in the park, just looking up, thinking how the trees are like the pulmonary system. How there's little red and white cells running around, corpuscles, pathogens, and antibodies, viral, things. It's not that that's not impossible. I mean, if you think about it, in the highways and all the interconnected capillary bodies of the city are like throwaways for these cells. And some things go, I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. And then the trees started going. And their branches being the arms of bronchial trees. This kind of goes into that light being, that kind of, beings that could exist through like photosynthesis. Absorbing light, changing it into energy from the sun. I think that's really cool. I don't know. You guys are going to be like geniuses anyway, so. Excuse me. I'm thinking about you. What do you think of the name Corn? I'm thinking I like that name. Corn Phillip, our part maker. That's the next order of business, is to legally change my name. I'm just going to go down to the courthouse. I was there today. They gave me, look at this. It's official. They gave me all this paperwork, and I got fanning fires. I don't know. The three ladies that were working on it, you'll run into that too, 3 ladies. You'll probably run into, I won't say it. Of course, some of these things aren't even signed or dated. How that is. It's always like that. Just no signatures. That happened to my mom and dad. Judges with no signatures. I'd be careful. Oh, this one has a couple signatures on it. Anyone could have signed it. Good. I know, I'm the devil sometimes. And then the addresses, I changed my address in the court like 3 times to get it, so they would get it right. But they're children running the place. I mean, they're just incapable of understanding. Good intentions. You never know how they're going to work. I always think, well, I'm always in the places where I need to be. If that's here, then I'm here. If that's somewhere else, then I'm here too. I didn't have the Buddha statues on today because, because I went to the cathedral and I still have the candle. I know Chris, I don't know what she. I think she has her own beliefs. She would be surprised at mine, though. She would be surprised. I was looking at this. Sven Hallquist's important family PDF thing that I made. I made like all these. Oh, this one too. I like this one. I made all these like things when I was in a hurry in Golden Valley to like put the pieces of our family tree together. Somebody, not going to mention who, interfered with some of it. Probably him. I think so. I was thinking about these family trees and about like one thought that I had about 2 or 3 great houses, you know, mixing their lines into one person, and then having that person pour their water into the stream. And what that would mean. Anyways, I love you guys. Sean, do you want to say hi to him? Ooh, I brought this with me again. Here's Sean.
Hi, ladies. How you doing?
You don't call them ladies.
Can't call them ladies?
They're little girls.
They're young ladies.
Yeah.
It's polite.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they take after me a little bit. Right? Alright, honeys, I'll let you go. I will talk to you later. I might just, I'll post something again later. Different music, though. I mean, I love this music. It's because I went to church today, so. Oh, and if you ever go to church, you'll know that the real cathedral, capitol, or, chapel, is usually the small one. The one with less ornate things. Like I went to the lower level one today and I sat in this wooden chair and I thought I would actually sit in the metal chairs, and let others have the more comfortable chairs. I walked around and I touched all the doors and was like, I was here. I signed in and I said, the father of Svea, Beth Lindquist, and Mia Frances Lindquist was here. Maybe it'll be recorded in time. Maybe. Maybe somebody heard that. Like I said, I asked Anderson Cooper for help. And I asked Mark Dayton for help too. I mean, I haven't heard anything from him. And, I did help this Somali lady. Alright, I think she was Somali. She could have been different. I think she would look Somali. In the past, I had gone to places. I tried to reach out to them. They were being hidden in apartment buildings. They were being hidden there because they had lost their husbands and other women were taking care of them. I went there to document, Omar Jamal, but I went there and listened to these women talk about it, and they wouldn't let a man go there. But I had friends that went. And met them. And today I helped this woman. She just smiled at me. So, it was nice. And I was not in a good mood after the State Board of Nursing harassed me again. I said I was bored of nursing. And they told me that the Attorney General was going to send me by certified mail my dismissal from that disorder. And I was like, thank God that's over. But I wanted to show up there and look at them in the face and just be like, ladies. And I recognized that one, Barb. She looked like somebody I trained myself. I was petrified and just looking at them. Alright, like I said, I will be working on some other healing of a different nature. that one. It's just about, I've already moved past that anyways. I said I will not go back into that. I will not. I would fall into nothingness. Or let my soul be lost. You know. I would. But I have some other plans, I guess, just... I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. Anyways, honey, I love you. I love you so much. Bye for now.